After getting our first taste of South Korea, we are traveling to a very unique neighborhood in Seoul known as Bukchon Hanok Village. This area has it all, from Seoul's largest palace, Hanok-lined streets, tons of traditional Korean clothing, and more award-winning Korean cuisine. Not to mention one of the most relaxing spa treatments we have ever tried. We're also going to give you a full tour of our very own unique Hanok homestay with an amazing local family.
Our homestay in the Hanok is actually in the perfect location. This area is called Bukchon Hanok Village. It's a very popular tourist area. There's tons of cute little shops and cafes, lots of Hanoks like the one behind me, and we have just about a 15-minute walk to our Hanok that we'll be staying in tonight.
I'm like a little mini San Francisco hill here. All the way up, only to go all the way down. Oh, awesome. There are a few identifiable characteristics of a Hanok. The first is the curved roofs, and the second is the beautiful wood framing of the home. It's 4 o'clock. I absolutely should not have coffee, but it just sounds good right now with what's turning out to be this rainy day. Thank you so much.
Yes! There's a ton of cafes in this area, so we just stopped by the first one we saw and ordered this. It's a purple sweet potato latte. I've seen it on the menu a couple places, but it's been sold out, so finally get to try it. Whoa. It's really confusing because it tastes like sweet potato, but then it's like a drink.
Thanksgiving in the cup?
Yeah, because you know there's marshmallows on the yams
Yeah.
for Thanksgiving. It has like that sweet flavor too. This is very odd.
I got the condensed milk latte, which she described as a Vietnamese coffee with just more condensed milk. So I fully anticipate a massive sugar rush right now as I take my first sip. Whoa. I didn't mix it up, and I got hit with like all the espresso that I think is in the coffee. You stir for me?
Found this cute like art gallery that also sells their paintings as postcards, and they're gorgeous, of like the Hanoks and the old and the new city here in Seoul. So we're getting them for our Patreons and a couple of family members. I also keep one from every destination. Only recently have I started this, but I put them in my journal, and I also keep like tickets and maps and stuff. I have a whole travel journal that I'm keeping. Thank you so much. Wow.
Oh my gosh, what smells so good?
Cookies.
Cookies? Oh goodness.
No butter, wow.
Yes,
No butter?
yeah, no butter.
Whoa.
And on this cookie, the pepper cookie.
Oh.
Pepper cookies.
Okay,
And
let's try.
there are chocolate chips cookie.
Oh my god. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye. Whoa.
I feel like I say this every country we go to, just about, but everyone's so nice here. So we got one of each just because they all smelled so good.
Chocolate chips coming out first, right?
No, this is the original. But they're made without butter. That's why they're so like flat, I think. Mmm. They're really good. It's like a really flat sugar cookie. Okay, this is the red pepper cookie. Look at that. Mmm. That's so good. I love it.
Oh, what is this?
This is the chocolate chip. We got medium size. Mmm, that is delicious. The chocolate chips are like warm inside. So good. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I think we've noticed it more in this area than others, but some of the, or a lot of the store owners have their picture on the front of the building. It's kind of unique and cool, and they look like they're all by the same photographer. I don't know if that's true, but it looks that way. What is this?
I think you go like whatever year you were born, you know? We're both the same year. I don't remember what it is though. I think you go to it and then you get like a little like mystery ball, and then you smash it with a mallet. It's only 1,000.
Have to do it.
Wait, we have to figure out what we are though. Oh, we're both the year of the rat. We're in the corner. Nobody likes the rat. This is the best part. I'm so excited.
Go ahead.
This is what we got. Oh, it's a horoscope.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Today's horoscope for fun. I'm afraid that I might end up in trouble. That's our horoscope.
In summary, we should plant a field,
There's dragons bathing with fluffy cows, and
go out on lots of dates, and make friends with the right people so that we become rich. Right?
this is cool.
Yeah, that was fun.
Hanoks are obviously very traditional homes, and unfortunately, a lot of them were destroyed after the Korean War back in the 1950s. And they just kind of grew out of style because so many apartment buildings were easier to build, held more people, and they were just more practical for the modern lifestyle that Seoul has adopted. Until the 1990s, when the Hanok Conservation and Regeneration Project was founded, and they decided they needed to save this part of the Korean culture.
And initially the project was met with some opposition because it didn't seem economically advantageous at the time. However, many of the Hanoks have been modernized and repurposed as cafes, art galleries, and homestays, making it very popular among tourists. And then of course they started making appearances in K-dramas, which took their popularity to an entirely different level.
We are in the Bukchon Hanok Village, which is all Hanoks everywhere. And the whole area that we've been in is just the Bukchon area, but this is the actual Hanok Village, and it is gorgeous. Plus the views over the city are insane. One of the most important features of a traditional Hanok house is its orientation. It's really important to the Koreans to have a mountain in the back and flowing rivers in the front of their home. And this is called Base Sanamisu.
Turns out I could be a real meteorologist because this morning I predicted no rain and it rained anyways. But we have a very cool dinner spot lined up. We can go down this? That's so cool. Look at these steps, these are amazing. We've been there, there, and there. 3 out of 5. Not bad. I've said this probably 100 times, but Seoul has some of the most mind-blowing sunsets we have ever seen.
There's like sunflowers in this field right here.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Picture.
That is so epic. And if that all wasn't pretty enough, there's a rainbow too. Everybody is stopping to take pictures of it.
Unbelievable.
Oh boy.
This place is very popular. It was in a couple of blog posts that I read, and now there is a line outside right before they close. So hopefully we can get in before they take last call for food. Yeah. Last people to make it in.
Good thing we came when we did.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I think it's the first time I've ever actually taken my shoes off at a restaurant, number one. Number two, about 2 weeks ago, Alicia told me you should start stretching and sitting on the floor because inevitably this is going to happen when we come somewhere where I need to sit down. And just this is painful. But it's cool, I'm excited. Thank you.
Soju is like the most popular alcoholic beverage here. Like they drink it all the time. And so we're finally trying it. It's pretty strong. I think it's like 16% alcohol or something like that. I'm not shooting this.
It's walking home. Whoa.
We don't drink hard alcohol.
Now I understand why they give you shot glasses. It pretty much just tastes like vodka.
We got our menus outside so we could order as soon as we sat down because last order's at 7:30 on Sundays and they told us many times they close at 8. We just have to eat and drink all of this before we leave. We're not drinking all the soju.
We got pork dumplings and kimchi pork dumplings.
These are massive dumplings, so full, and I love that with the kimchi ones you can tell that they're kimchi because the red like shines through the really thin layer of wrapping on them.
Thank you.
미소스.
Okay.
네. 김치는 소스가
Oh,
없어요.
no sauce.
네.
Oh, thank you.
Great, thank you.
Okay. She said the pork ones get dipped in the sauce, kimchi no sauce. After she saw me dipping the kimchi one in the sauce. gonna try this now.
Okay.
This is the pork one. Oh my god. Okay, that's so good. Like, look at how much filling is in that. This is the biggest dumpling I've ever eaten in my life. Kimchi. That's good. That is really good. Delicious. I understand why there was a line here when we showed up.
Also totally leveling up my chopstick game here in South Korea. This, no look, not possible like 2 weeks ago. Not even close. Like I feel like I could juggle with chopsticks. We are officially closing this place down. I was in way too much pain to notice this at the time, but the floors here that you sit on are like really soft. We did it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks so much for letting us in.
Biscuit with coffee or tea, very good.
Okay.
And taste better frozen.
Okay. Good to know. Thank you.
Thank
so
you.
much. We got cactus fruits. It's Korean traditional taffy, tare. It's a quart cake made of ripened honey and malt, which was once presented to the king and valuable guests. I don't know if we're supposed to eat it right now. It said it's good with coffee or tea, and it's better when it's frozen. But it just came out of the freezer, so look at that.
Oh.
It's pretty hard. The top is like kind of like candy flossy. But really chewy. And there's filling.
Tastes like sesame seed in it, right?
Good morning. We slept really well last night despite sleeping on like a 2-inch thick mattress pad. And these pillows are like, I think they're made of rice because they feel kind of like beanbaggy, but it was really comfortable. And breakfast is included here at the homestay, so we had a delicious Korean breakfast with some sweets and some rice porridge. All the rooms at the Hanok here are on the 2nd floor, so there's this sweet little courtyard area with lots of like nature and a beautiful view of Seoul. But then our rooms are just right back here. There are a few rules here at the Hanok to keep both tradition and respect of the house and the people who visit and live here. One of them is that we have to take off our shoes. Now, we have to take off our shoes a lot of places like in temples or other people's homes in Asia, but this one is just very specific. Even though it's your hotel room, you have to take off your shoes. I think one of the coolest things about the Hanoks is that they're super eco-friendly and sustainable. Now, obviously when they were starting to build these in the 14th century, they weren't doing it to save the world or anything. They were just using the resources that they had around them. So the floors on the 2nd floor are made of wood. The beams are all made of wood. They use clay for the floor on the 1st floor and clay for the ceiling. And then they have this hanji paper that they use for the walls and over the windows and all the doors. There is glass on the windows and doors to protect that really thin paper. Now, since this is a guest house and it is 2022, there are a lot of modern modifications to make guests stay as comfortable as possible. And there is like air conditioning in the rooms and real lights and everything like that. We booked a single room for 2 people and it's a rather small room, but there's plenty of space for suitcases. There's even places to hang stuff up. We have plenty of towels and there's even a hair dryer and hair brushes. Didn't know that people would like share hair brushes. There's also a mosquito racket tennis killer in here, and I already have seen a couple of bugs, which makes sense since they're paper windows. So this is our bed, but we have a blanket and 2 pillows, and this is just the traditional way that Koreans sleep. Of course, not all Koreans sleep this way, but when I was booking hotels for our stay, we had the option of regular like queen size rooms or Korean rooms, which is just like this. It is a mattress on the floor. We have a private room, but we do have a shared shower. So there's 2 rooms up here that share this bathroom, and then there's a 3rd room that has its own bathroom because it's like a family style room. So this is the shared bathroom on our floor. It's pretty small, but it has everything you need. toilet back here. There's a small sink. They actually provide quite a bit of amenities here, which I'm surprised by. They have shampoo, conditioner, body wash, hand soap. They even have toothbrushes and toothpaste, which is very, very common in Asia, and we're pretty sure that most people don't travel with their own toothbrushes. They just expect wherever they're staying to have it. Now it is a wet bath type, so there's just a shower curtain right here and right here, and it comes out of the sink, so it just, the water from the sink transfers up to the shower and you shower right here, and the whole bathroom will be completely soaking wet, but at least you have a shower.
And the wet bath situation explains why there is a towel just outside the door.
It's another guest room. Let's take a picture.
This is the other room type that they have here. This is the family style room, so it's much larger, so you can fit a whole family in here. And there's a private bath. Look at how beautiful this is. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous.
The painting on the door is made of pearl shells.
Oh, really?
Wow. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. The design on the front of it is handmade with pearl shells. It's stunning.
That's incredible.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, it's a pleasure,
to meet you.
What? He's so nice. My heart.
Whoa.
Aww. Her son's in South Carolina.
Really?
Yeah, she misses him.
Cool. Oh, I bet.
이런 어제가 한국의 큰 명절 중에 하나였는데요. 이런 때
Yesterday was one of the big holidays in Korea. I was sad to have my family here, but it's nice to meet you too.
Oh, I love you. Oh, thank you for everything. You were so sweet. We just had a lovely conversation with the Oma, which is the mom of the homestay. Her son's in South Carolina, so she said she missed him, but she said Nate could do for now.
I got a hug. I never get hugs.
And then it was like a major holiday, so everything was closed, and yeah, but yesterday was really good. Yeah, and generally got some awesome shopping. Really like.
We've made it to the largest palace in Seoul, and typically it's free admission if you're wearing traditional clothing, but today it's free admission for all, which was a huge surprise to us. And right now it's just a few minutes to 10, which is the opening ceremonies and guard change, but we don't know where it is.
1 minute.
1 minute. They told us where it is, and they told us to hurry. We can hear it. Don't know how close it is, but we are running, which is great because it's quite warm out already today. I think we found it. This is so cool. The area they have roped off is huge. So we're just running around to see things from different perspectives. It's very similar to the ceremony we saw at the Southern Gate the other day. They kind of tell the story in different languages as it's going on. This one was just on a bigger scale. It was awesome. It's a pretty unique experience. They have a virtual reality set where you can time travel essentially and look back at what the palace looked like through the years.
So this palace that we both cannot say the name of is the oldest palace of the 5 different palaces here in Seoul, and it's actually where the royal family lived, and it was built in 1394. When I read that, I actually read it as 1934 because that's just a date that makes more sense to me, but 1394, that was a long time ago. This space here was actually the event space for royal banquets, and there's a man-made pond around it, and the royals would boat on it. I just think it's so cute out on like little paddle boats or something, because obviously there's no motor boats in the 14th century. All the stones retain like all the cold. Feels so good.
These guys? Yeah, they are cold. You're so weird.
It feels good. This building behind me was just restored in 2018 and I think it's my favorite so far. I just love the natural colors, and the wood that they use specifically on this one I think is probably my favorite like tone of wood, if that's how you say that. Also, the shingles are like a really dark blue or gray instead of just like black. I just always take pictures of things that I love while we're traveling for like future home inspiration or future hotel inspiration. The National Folk Museum of Korea, and it has a bunch of like demonstrations and like interactive stuff for outside. They have a slap match game that you like make your own thing and then you play the game out here. You can make lanterns and you can try on handbox. You can do calligraphy to make a wish to the moon. Oh,
Okay.
that's beautiful.
Have a nice day.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wow, we got to make a wish to the moon, and this beautiful artist made this for us. His calligraphy is amazing. And this right here, that's my name. I believe this says something about like love, health, strength, and fighting, so it's a good wish.
Thank you so much.
It looks good.
Yeah, it looks really
There's a
good.
lot of locals there, so I figured it was a good idea to go there. These are so cute. Oh my gosh, it's a little fish. It's like crispy. I think it has like red bean paste in it, but I'm not sure. It's really hot. It's really good. Okay, so it's red bean paste, I think it's called, inside, which sounds weird, but it's like sweet. We've had it in ice cream before, and this is just like a fried dough on the outside. It's like a donut.
Not sure what it's called, but it's very heavy, like a very, very dense. I saw it before it was cooked, and they put an egg on top before they bake it, and it looks nice and crisp with the little black charred marks here. It tastes like cornbread, and the egg is cooked whole, so when you bite into it, you're biting into the yolk too. It's like a hard-boiled egg on the inside of cornbread.
So there's a ton of traditional tea shops in the area because tea used to be like much more of a thing here in Korea, but now coffee's really taken over with all the really cool cafes. But we came to tea therapy because they help you figure out which tea is right for you, because there's so many different kinds of teas and they all have different like healing properties. So they give you this fun little like interactive map that you follow. You answer each question like yes or no, and then you can see like what kind of tea works best for you. Pretty cool. I think I already know which type we're gonna get just based on these little like descriptions. Okay, so I'm brown. It worked actually. I am brown, that's what I thought it was going to be. It says, as a brown type, you are very delicate and precise. You think about even the smallest things, so your body gets easily tired. I'm tired.
Come on, get up.
No.
Get up. Get up.
And you feel uneasy in your stomach or get cold easily.
That is so spot on, it's unbelievable. As an orange type, you have a lot of ideas and have a tendency to like to start a lot of new things. I think we're gonna overrule the questionnaire and just get orange.
And on the menu, they have like the little colors. So you just pick one of the teas that matches the colors, so you can get all the healing properties that work specifically for you. We actually got way more tea than we expected. This is half a liter of tea each. And we strain it ourselves to pour it in. We got iced tea too because it's hot out. Mine tastes like a black tea with like a hint of some fruitiness to it. It's very refreshing and hopefully energizing.
Oh, that's delicious. This is gonna be one of the more difficult things for me because I don't ever drink tea, to be honest, but it has a very, very big hit of mint.
Yeah, I think yours is a peppermint tea.
And I like it, so I think that's a good sign.
Great, thank you so much. We're having a footpath at a tea house, and it's just right outside, so it's like in this nice little like garden courtyard, right on the street, but it's a really cool like relaxing spot. We also have this little tea pouch. I think we just pour it right on in.
It's really hard to get these over my huge calves. Oh yeah, it's not bad. The tea smells so good. I think it smells like gingerbread cookies.
Yeah, maybe it's like a ginger. I think you're right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
As good as the tea was, and I think I really liked it because it was mild, but I don't think that Alicia's worked, unfortunately. because we're out here in the footbath and she is already worrying about staying too long. So she's set a timer on her phone so that we leave within a reasonable amount of time. Maybe she needs a few more liters. I truthfully did not expect it to be such a refreshing experience. I didn't really have any expectations, but my feet feel great right now.
I just like took off a whole layer of it feels really nice. I have like new feet.
Bye. Thank you so much. 네, 감사합니다. 네, 네, thank you.
Helps ventilate. There's tons of cute little shops and coffee.
Cafes?
Yeah. And the royalty and the royal family. Royals? I don't know how to say that. We finally got Subway.
After all the waiting.
I know, and we weren't even expecting this one. This one wasn't on Google Maps, so we were supposed to walk farther.